EmceeTV.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Wilson. You watching EmceeTV, the podcast, coming at you live from EmceeTV Studios in Des Moines, Iowa. And with me, as always, my bro.
This your boy Bigg Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast. And they know.
And today's extra special guest is none other than...
Whoa, it's your boy Jamie Triller, man, representing Omaha.
All day. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you jumping on here with us, bro. You got an epic tale, and I'm excited to be able to share a little bit of it. If you want to, real quick, let's just give them a quick background for the folks that don't know. Let's let them know who we got on here, because you're something like a celebrity. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and let them know, bro.
Hey, man, I feel like I'm in the presence of greatness, man. My name is Jamie Triller, 35, born and raised in Iowa, Clinton, Iowa. Moved to Omaha, Nebraska about 3 years ago. Been making music for the good part about 20 years now. Several singles have been released over the years. I finally just released my debut album in July, Amort, and got a lot of cool things under my belt, man. Got a lot of cool things coming up, and I'm excited to dive into the details with you guys.
So you said Amort. What is Amort? You know what I'm saying? And why Amort?
Amort. So some people, they see the album, they're like Amuart or
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
We're doing all that. We're doing all that.
Right. So Amort is actually trauma backwards. And it's kind of cool because, like, without me explaining it, like, I was doing a live feed and I was holding up, I don't have the CD next to me, but I was holding up the CD, and on the camera, you can see it actually says trauma when in reverse, you know what I mean? So
that's creative. Did you come up with that, bro?
So, yeah, with the Amort thing, I've struggled with the concept of an album for many years, man. I think like my first like concept was like a picture of me, and it said parental advisory, and the album was like Trill Talk. And I've like dabbled with other names like Patient in This Prison, which is like a Yellow Wolf lyric, and just, since like 2017 or 2016, I've been talking about dropping my debut album, and I never had like a direction. I never had a concept. I never had I'm like, what's my album gonna be? Is it gonna be a bunch of collections of songs that have no like real, they don't intertwine with each other? It's just an entertainment album, like no theme, I guess, no concept. And then, as time went by, I had all these songs with like, basically they're like all just sad as fuck, and I'm like, trying to come up with something like this theme and stuff, and I'm like, I want it to be different than just trauma. And so I was just like, what if I flipped it backwards and turned it into a mort? And it just it stuck. And then as things unfolded with this album, it's almost like this album came to fruition almost like in a divine sense, which is kind of crazy, but I mean, the way that I see it is trauma backwards. So we're diving into what I've been through in my traumas in the last decade. Like, what is this album about? It's about looking back into what has happened over my, life with my pain and my traumas in the last decade. And it came out really well, and it also leaves me space to come out with the album Trauma, which we're facing the trauma now, and we're tackling it head on and figuring out a way to process it. So this album doesn't really have like any like bangers, like in my opinion, because like one of my like softest songs on the album, a homie was like, "This is a banger," and I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, I guess there's different types of bangers, different levels of bangers for people, but with the next album, we have a more we've gone backwards through the trauma. Now we're facing the trauma, and it's gonna leave me with an opportunity to make another album that's just like got actual more bangers on it, and we're like, fuck the trauma, like we're getting into it.
I like the fact that you've got a whole album rollout and a plan, and you got some structure and whatnot, and it's this step goes this, you know what I mean? You got some order to it, you know what I mean? That's pretty dope. Shout out to Crisis Child. I just sent a bunch of links out, and Crisis Child said Triller, so I think he may be joining us here real shortly. So shout out to Crisis Child.
Crisis Child, man. Much love, brother. I actually we got an instrumental. I've been trying to figure out how we're gonna make that work, and it's coming along pretty well.
So Amwar, we got about 10 songs on there.
Yes.
About 30 minutes record playing time. Tell us about the singles and why they were singles.
So we did I think I released 4 singles off the album. Do You Know, obviously, with King ISO, that was really that was a single that was really important to me, man.
Let's talk King ISO.
I was gonna say, I think we need to lean into this one a little bit.
Yeah, man.
How did that one first come together?
It's crazy, bro. So like I've opened up for King ISO. I'm a huge, supporter as well. And I'm involved with Nice Enough Entertainment, Justin Strawstone. He hooks me up on a lot of shout out to Justin and Nice Enough. Yes, sir.
Shout out Strawstone.
For sure. And he's he's put me in the position to win, and he's put me in the position to, like, I think a lot of people are looking at Jamie Triller, And anyway, I heard the instrumental, man. I put my part down. I put my verse down. I wrote it, and then I'm like listening to it. I'm making videos, and I'm like, man, I could really hear King ISO on this track. And so I reached out to Strawstone, and we had conversations, and he was kind of the mediator in the situation and bridged the gap between me and ISO. And
he helped facilitate it a little bit.
Right. I was like, hey, would homie be interested? He's like, let me find out, you know what I mean? And anyway, sent him the track. Him and Matt Phoenix, man, they tore it up. Matt Phoenix. Yeah, for real, man. He just dropped his album. Just seen him at the waiting room, man. Amazing artist.
Yeah. I listened to his new album. That shit's hard too.
Yeah, man, he's phenomenal, dude, and he's also congratulations. I think he just had 2 years sober or 1 year sober, but either way,
He got a song on there called "Sober" with King ISO. That shit is harder than fuck.
I mess with this the fact that a lot of people out here are tapping in on I mean, like I do your thing either way, you know what I mean? I'm not beating that drum too hard, but I do like that a lot of people are putting health first, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool because that was I think the COVID shit kind of sparked that in a lot of people. You know what I mean? People were like, damn, I've been living a little reckless. You know what I mean? I need to tighten it up. And I think a lot of people said, man, let me see what's going on.
It appears to me that like the new thing, the new trend or the new cool thing to do is sobriety and to be sober, man. Like it's really cool to see that kind of positive trend. To me. Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Everybody gets a couple years left on a couple extra years on the calendar. You know what I'm saying?
There's no negative, you know what I mean?
Amen.
I mean, there's, life is going to happen on life's terms. And, that's how you really got to figure out how you're going to maneuver through life. You know what I mean? The shit that's thrown at you, are you going to deal with it in healthy manners, or are you going to deal with it by, just getting drunk or whatever you do, you know what I mean? In a negative respect. So I think it's super dope, man. And,
word up.
I actually, I've had my demons, man. I don't drink like I used to at all anymore. I still smoke a little bit, but the hard drugs is the big one for me, man. Staying away from that shit, dude, because it can get pretty nasty, man. It can take a hold of you. And so shout out to everybody on the sober tip, man. It's really dope. And I think King ISO, he's got 2 or 3 years now off the alcohol, but
He's
you
been
know,
pretty outspoken about it too.
Very
right?
nice.
Shout out, not to interrupt. Shout out J Bob up
No,
in here. He said I'm watching.
Jason.
He said I'm watching, but I'm editing these do or die pictures. Love y'all, homies. Happy Sunday.
Hell yeah, I love Jason
Hell
Bob,
yeah.
man. Every time I go to a show and I see him, man, I got to give him a big hug, dude. He's such a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
For sure, bro. But yeah, the King ISO track, man, it came together. And then what's crazy is I almost fumbled on the video, man. I was actually, shout out to Random Tanner, bro. He's like, no way you locked in that feature with King ISO. He's like, did you get the video? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, you always got to ask how much extra for the video. You know what I mean? Especially if you guys are both in Omaha. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about that. So I hit up Strong. I'm like, yo, I was like, would he be willing to do the video? How much more? And he hit me back with the yes, he would, and this is how much. And we got everything together, man. I outsourced for a lot of stuff, man. We got the Crush Ultra Lounge, which used to be the Throwback Arcade. We got Tony to let us shoot on the roof. We got John Dorner for the lighting with Nova LLC. Wes from, I think I don't know if he's in a band, but he does a lot of drumming for people. And then, of course, Maddox and Mac were in the video for the guitars, and Obscure Diamond. We got all these elements that came together on this day, and no weather is predicted. It's sunny, and then it's like 30 minutes before we get to start shooting, man. I hear freaking I'm like, oh no. Look around the fucking back of the building and it's just dark. And anyway, like 30 minutes later it starts hailing. Just dumping hail on us and the equipment, and we got a lot of expensive equipment out there, and we got those big umbrellas that you have, like those bar umbrellas for outside tables. We're like standing over the equipment and shit, and there was a lot of things that happened that like made me discouraged and made me think that we weren't going to get our footage. And ISO hit up Straw during that freaking ice storm, and he was like, yo, I'm at the dentist with emergency surgery, my crown fell out, fucking, and legit, like he was not bullshitting. He's like, we might have to postpone or like move the location. I'm like, oh man, this is a tough one, because there's a lot of elements that had to come together and be just right for this video to take place. And we're just get all my shots done, and it's nighttime. I think it was like 9:30, something like that. And then he pops up, you know what I mean? He shows up like a goddamn G, bro, fucking looking fresh in his Project Be Well gear. And you could tell he was in pain, you know what I mean?
That's a real one right there. He showed up anyway.
He did. He was in pain. If you watch the video closely, you'll see like in the very beginning, like when he was trying to like, you could see like his jaw was fucking hurting him, man. But he came through, man, and he made it happen. And it was super dope, dude. He was super nice. We had really good conversation. And then as we're like getting really close to being done shooting the film, we hear, hey, what's going on up there? Look over the edge, there's like 10 fucking Omaha police.
Oh shit.
Oh damn, the fuzz.
Yep. And they're like, you guys got a permit? And fucking like, well, we're with the owner, at his place, and they're like, well, you guys got to wrap it up. And we're like, well, we don't need the drums or loudness anymore, we just need a couple like decent shots for B-roll and whatnot. So we're like, yeah, we're heading down now. And we sent the drummer with the equipment while we did the last little shots that we could use for the Bluetooth speaker in my pocket. And like it just ended up going really well, and it all came together, man. And through a situation that I was like, oh man, like getting super discouraged about, and fucking, but it ended up turning around. And it's kind of like the album, man. Like I just, I didn't have the concept. I didn't have the name. I didn't have like the track, like everything came together. Like even the ordering of how I put it together, like it was just all like meant to happen. Like it was meant to be. The universe like allowed it to happen in its own perfect way,
Big up to Lois Hills. They just joined the live.
Shout out to Lois Hills, man. Random Tanner, Ropeshi, Alex Fishbach, and the homie drumming. I think his name's Travis. And then the DJ Smokey, man. Those guys are killing it.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Random Tanner.
For sure,
Bro,
man.
That's epic. It sounds like you had to have felt like the universe was kind of against you for a minute when you're trying to film this video with King ISO, but then, you know what I mean? You end up pulling it off. You get a phenomenal release for one of your biggest songs on the album, arguably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's got to be an awesome feeling, right?
For sure, man. Definitely grateful, forever grateful. I think I'm like, the biggest thing for me is like I got to work with my favorite artist. I got to shoot a video with my favorite artist, and you know what I mean. And I still don't have those pictures off of your camera roll, King ISO, of us. He actually was like, you want to take some pictures? Because I was like, you know, trying to play it cool, not be fanboy or anything like that. Be like, yeah. I'm like, you
got to. It's mandatory.
Man, I'm just trying to like be, you know, like we're all just people, treat each other like people,
Absolutely.
You know. I'm like, why am I gonna ask him for pictures if we're shooting a music video? You know what I mean? And fucking in my head, I'm overthinking, but he was like, you want to get a couple pictures? And he did, and I never got those, but one day I should ask him for those ones because
props to him.
Yeah, for real, for thinking, man. But no, he was super humble, super sweet. Had some good conversation, gave me some good insight on what I'm doing as a musician, and but not only that, I think arguably King ISO is the GOAT of the rap shit right now for like 5 main reasons for like the last 3 years, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
That's dope. Especially, you know what I'm saying, for you to hold him in such high regard and then, you know, be able to, like you said, you know, do the record and shoot the video. Like,
yeah. So that's why, like,
it's bucket list shit.
Yeah, it is. And without it being like having 500,000 views on the video, that's cool for me, man, if it doesn't like blow up like that at all, because like it's something that I'm happy that I did in my career, you know what I mean? But it would be dope if you guys went and ran that up.
We're gonna definitely have the link in the description down below. If anybody's just now tuning in, we got I almost said Random Tanner. We got the homie Jamie Triller up in here, and with me and Bigg Ray West. This is EmceeTV, the podcast. We're talking hip hop. We're talking trauma. We're talking. I'm trying to think of what trauma is backwards. My bad. I froze up.
MUR, whatever you want it to be, man.
With that being said, man, take us into the second single.
Yeah, man. So I think the second one was I don't remember the ordering of the releases for the singles, but I remember I did release "Ending It All" featuring King Crime. I've always wanted to work.
King Crime, that's my boy.
Shout out King Crime, dude. I've always wanted to work with him since I met him years ago, and that was crazy how it all worked out too. I think Random Tanner booked him into Clinton, Iowa, and then all those years later, I ended up moving out to Omaha, and I had a show at South Omaha's Finest Tequila Garage. And me and Crime, we linked up, and then finally we had this song, or I had this song in the chamber, and I sent it to him. He's like, "Oh yeah," and then he sent me back his verse and absolutely murdered it. I think our voices complement each other really well as far as like, you know, just the musical aspect. So I was like, a lot of people had told me that they're like, you guys would complement each other well on a track, and he actually ripped it up on the track, and I felt like that was single worthy because, you know, I mean, King Crime, I mean, and it's a fire song. So, and then I think there was 2 more releases that were singles. I think it was The Fall. Yeah, I had released The Fall, but I had released The Fall actually. So The Fall was released like years ago, but I just decided to put it on my album because I felt like it kind of went with like the message of the album. I don't know if people do that or if that's lame of me to like have put a fucking song on the album that was released years ago.
You do whatever the fuck you want. Don't matter what the people do. You do what Triller do.
Yeah, you ain't gotta follow anybody else's format.
Right. And that's another thing. Like I feel like that's one thing like kind of like pride myself on is like I don't do what everybody else is fucking doing. I'm not trend hopping. I'm not fucking, you know what I mean? Like I've been stuck on King ISO for the last fucking like 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 years, fucking. And I had like, it's hard for me to jump out the box with somebody new. You know what I mean? Like like I think you guys asked me last time, you're like top 5. I'm like King ISO Yellow Wolf. And I think I've posted that like the last couple of years, like my top favorites are King ISO Yellow, my top 5 King ISO Yellow Wolf. Like,
Right.
But yeah, man, the fall, that one was released as a single, and then I think like Fall Apart or Use a Hand. Use a Hand was one that I released as a single. So I think I released almost like half the album like as singles before I released the album. I don't know. It might have been
That's all
4
good.
songs. It might have been 5 songs, but
Hell yeah.
but it was over in like a matter of time, you know. So I was like, yeah, before I release any more singles, let me get this album knocked out. There's actually there's 10 tracks on the streaming platforms for the album, and there's actually 11 tracks. There's a bonus track that's hidden that's not numbered on the physical album when you listen to it. So that's like a perk.
How can people get their hands on the physicals?
So people can get their hands on the physical albums by going to trillergear.com and purchasing the album. And each album is numbered. Each album is signed by me, and each album is made with a customized letter to the person, and they come with a little extra something than just the CD. So
That's hardcore.
I try to make this like I've invested a lot, and I've gotten rid of I think 65 albums so far since its release in
That's
July.
amazing, though.
Hell yeah, props, bro.
I appreciate it, man. It means a lot, dude. And you know, the support has been pretty dope, and getting to customize everybody's, you know, albums and stuff. It's just, I want it to feel personal. I want to like, I'm trying to connect with people on a personal level and make a solid fan base that's gonna last for years. The Triller Gang, you know what I mean? And I just want to show people that I really care about this shit, and I'm not like out here trying to make $1 million off of this like release. You know, I'm trying to give back to the people because I know it's hard, and you know, people supporting physical live or physical music is, you know, it's a rare thing. So you want to give back to the people as much as we can. So
I think that when you go into it with that kind of motivation and those motives, I think that the outcome, when you go into it with pure emotions and pure motives, I think that you get more out of it. I think that when you go into it with a money grab and you're like, we're going to make $1 million on this one. I think that, you know what I mean? You tend to, with that kind of motivation, it's nothing wrong with being a little bit motivated by money, right? Everybody got bills to pay.
Right.
But when you're messing with art, I think sometimes the universe fights you a little more when you're like, I'm gonna make $1 million on this one, y'all.
Well, it's like Yella says, I know you got an elevator, but with me, you appreciate the steps. You know what I mean? Like,
hey,
I think we're past the point of, you know, we're 20 years into this. It's not about, you know what I mean? If any of us were like, this is about money, we wouldn't be here. Like the 20-year guys that are still here, you know what I mean? We wouldn't be here because we know like this is a passion. This is and the people make it worth it, because if it was about money, man, we'd have been done 10 years ago.
Yeah, you take a lot of L's before you get a couple W's on the board. That's for damn sure.
For real, man. It's not like it used to be, and and especially with hip hop, it's a very hard lane to make
oversaturated.
Yeah, it's a very oversaturated game, and to fill your fridge full of food with the money from music, man, it's very it is doable, it's attainable, but it's very hard. It's
a challenge, man, to say the least.
To say the least, man.
Hey, go ahead, Steve.
I was just gonna say I'm sleeping on the comment section a little bit here. J Bob said Hopeless had a video too. And then he also said, shout out 5 and Dime for pressing up them CDs.
Yes. Thank you for bringing up some key factors, man. Hopeless, Dewey Cox, man. He hit me in my inbox. He was like, hey man, you want to do like a mic hang video here at the studio? I was like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. You know, I mean, I never done one of those before. And I was like, I just released anytime, like when I dropped the album, I started getting these opportunities for like podcasting. And then, you know, he wanted to do the video. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to keep the momentum on the album going. You know, do whatever you can, whatever interview, whatever write-up, whatever podcast, you know, music review, just do it all to keep the momentum going on the album.
When sometimes when you're a one-man army, splitting your time a little bit can get exhausting and be a little challenging in itself, especially if you're grinding out a 9 to 5 on top of that. You know what I mean? Like this is what I'm doing in my free time in between eating, sleeping, and maybe raising some kids or whatever. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah,
for sure, man. Fortunately I'm employed by like the state of Nebraska, dude. I get paid to take care of my brother, man. I'm his caregiver, and you know, we love each other and we kick it, and it makes it a lot easier for me to have the freedom to like just do so much with the music right now. And that's why I'm just like trying to hit the ground running, man. Well, I got the opportunity to, you know, stay focused on the music and make that happen. The shows are lining up and things are lining up, and I'm able to do that. So I'm truly grateful, you know, for the position that I'm in, to be able to pursue the music as hard as I am right now.
That's fresh.
Yeah, because it is hard, man. I've lost jobs, dude, going out to, you know, traveling to like, you know, I think it was like New Haven, Indiana. I think I lost my job at a glass factory because I was like, they knew, like everybody follows me, you know, I mean, I'm an artist and shit. And they're like, when you call into work sick and they're like, oh, look, Jamie's sick in Indiana on stage right now. And then they're like, I come back to work, they're like, come on, man. Like, they're like,
supported the live stream, but you don't have a job.
they're like, good luck with your music, though. It looks like you're doing really well. You know, so you might not need this job, but you're definitely not working here no more. So,
hey, a quick pivot, man. What is your opinion on a lot of rappers that's been in the game for a long time? You know what I'm saying? We'll say 10 plus years, 15ish plus years. What is your opinion of them headed over to the country genre? You know what I'm saying? Doing the whole cowboy get up now, you know, from gangster rap to party rap to country rap now.
So my opinion on, I think, genre blending or genre hopping, whatever you call it, man. The thing, like, because I've done like some country hip hop style songs, you know what I mean? With Fire Jack Beam, you know, Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, you know, and then
Random Tanner.
But I had that song, man, like in the chamber. When I heard that instrumental, dude, I fell in love. Like the music for me, it goes inside my bones. That's where it starts, is in my bones, dude, and then it starts coming out in other, you know, directions and stuff. But the thing with the music, like the hip hop, like and then country rap, for me personally, like with my music, if I want to make a fucking country song, like a hip hop country song or a pop song, whatever it may be, I've taken this from Tech Nine and I put it into my own words, but like music is a blank canvas, like an artist, you know what I mean? And you paint it however you want to as the artist, and you don't have to paint the same picture over and over and over again, you know what I mean?
I dig that.
But I think there's a fine line between somebody who is an all-around artist, right? Who can do like I would take like Ronnie Radke as a good example. He can rap fast, he can scream, he can sing, hit the most beautiful notes. Like the man can do a lot of different things as an artist. But when you are doing this transition from like gangster rap or rock going into like country, like chasing the trend, I guess it would be, I guess that's you know, I guess that would be like less like in my opinion commendable than it would be to just be making music that comes out of your heart, you know what I mean? If you're just like, you're like, oh shit, man, this is what's hot right now and I can make a fucking $1 million.
Yes.
You know, I think that's like the intention there obviously isn't it's not a pure intention of like fucking, it's like you could tell who's like really about the music and who's trying to just fucking capitalize and make some money, man. And it's understandable, man. People want to eat, dude. It's a hustle. I didn't fuck with 6ix9ine like that, but before he like became a snitch and all that shit, I was like, I don't like this guy, but I was like, I respect the fucking hustle, you know what I mean? Because fucking he knows what he's doing as far as trolling and talking shit and acting weird with all this colorful shit. I'm like, it's working for him. He's making money. So like
his PR game was on point.
You know, so people are seeing that like hip hop, country rap, whatever. It's like it's a booming genre. It's a booming industry, market, whatever you may have it, and people are fucking like trend. You know, followers are like there's leaders and followers, man. You got those people who are like, that's what we need to do. You know what I mean? So that way we can capitalize on it. And then that's what's going to happen is this genre is going to be just oversaturated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd liken it to when everybody jumped on T-Pain's auto-tune style. You know what I mean? That was huge for a minute. Everybody was auto-tuning every damn thing, and it was just like
it was T-Pain and it was Fetty Wap.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, here's the thing, man. Like,
just flooded the market.
We got like 8 billion people apparently on this planet, dude. And you know, if there's something that could happen, will happen. Like my brother says, all possibilities are possible, man. I'm sure every single thing is going to be done, and it's already been done, and people are going to like have oversaturated it, and you know what I mean. So it's going to happen. It will happen. I think it's inevitable to happen. But I think the best thing for us to do is just stay true to ourselves. And like Straw always tells me, man, he's like, capitalize or focus on the ones that matter, you know what I mean? So the ones that are fucking with me, man, I just focus my energy back on them, you know. And then like all the hating bullshit, man, I just let that iron itself out, man, because I believe karma is a real thing, dude, and I don't have to really lift my fingers when it comes to, you know what I mean, fucking worrying about other people's shit. Or you know, I used to like be on like, oh man, juggalos like doing like, you know what I mean, like you can't be a juggalo like if you were fucking hanging out with people who like Slipknot, you know what I mean, or fucking like Eminem, you know, like back in the day, like it was
so
political.
Juggalos and maggots were banging.
I just using that as an example. I think there was a little period of time where like juggalos and maggots were like fucking button heads because of.
I didn't know it got that real, man.
I think Slipknot went on Howard Stern, and so did ICP, and there was like I think they cleared up the beef on Howard Stern. They said they loved those guys or whatever, but yeah, there was some weird shit there.
That's a dangerous brawl to get in the middle of. You're in the middle of maggots and juggalos. It's gonna be a sticky situation. There's Fago everywhere, blood.
There's Fago everywhere. There's blood.
A lot of grease paint.
Yeah. You can't tell who's who. Half of them got face paint on, the other half got masks on.
And they say it's never the issue is never the main figures. It's always the entourages. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's like, I think it was like the fans like who were saying this and saying that. It's usually like just a group of fucking idiots just saying shit, and then people. And now today it's very dangerous when a couple idiots get together and say something, because like with how digital we are, it just goes fucking viral, dude.
Spreads like wildfire.
It does. I think it's very. I think it's a very fantastic tool that we have nowadays with technology and AI, but it's also a very dangerous and toxic device for sure.
Without a doubt. We got about 18 minutes left before Ray got to slide out. I want to talk a little bit more about you, bro. I see the Fago Gang hat. I see some strange music up in there. Let's talk about your influences as an up and coming youth and how you got into hip hop a little bit.
The youths, man, I was like 10 years old, dude. I came across the Chronic album, 1992, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and it was the CD, like having the pot leaf, man. I was experimenting with marijuana at the time too, and I was like, whoa, and I listened to it, and it was gangster rap, man. You know, freaking, it was. This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
This shit did it for me.
Yeah, dude, fucking. That shit rock, bro. And then and I was able to imitate what I was listening to. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. You know, like I was like just so infatuated with how this music sounded. It made me feel like, in like music for me, like I said, it starts in my bones, man. Like I think it starts in my soul, my heart, and then it goes into my bones, and then it comes out fucking in its different ways. Either I'm dancing, I'm spitting, you know what I mean, whatever it may be. But I love that shit, bro. I fell in love with hip hop, and then ICP came along and made me find myself as an individual, because I found out like, yeah, I like this music, but I still don't know who I am as an individual. And the Juggalo community, being a part of the Dark Carnival, that gave me my purpose and my imagery of myself. Like it made me comfortable in my own skin. Like that was who I am. I'm a Juggalo. I belong in this community, so that really helped me out. And then of course the music, I mean, I fell in love with the music. And then I think it was like 2003 was like 13 years old. It was like I started I think it was, shout out to Mr. Mercenary. I think he had Angelic, the CD, and we just hit the ground running with Tech Nine, Strange Music, because that was a whole level up for me, because I never heard like freaking
The chopper
150
style.
bum,
Yeah.
bum, and pineapple juice, like freaking that real fast like rapping and stuff, like because we're going from ICP and like, you know, the gangster rap from Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and then you got this, you know, this fast cadence and like, you know, these catchy tracks. And
That Kansas City style, baby.
For real, bro, that shit opened my mind to a whole nother way of rapping, bro, because I never heard, you know, no fast rap like that. So I started, you know, delving and playing around with can I do that? So I'd write some of the shit down, and you know, I'd be chilling and start coming up with some fast stuff, and it's been incorporated into my lyrics for quite some time, man. So I mean, heavy influenced by Insane Clown Posse, heavy influenced by Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Shout out to Tupac as well, man. I last time we was talking about like top fives and shit like that, I was like, I can't believe I didn't throw Tupac out there, bro, because Tupac helped me get through like a pretty rough time in my life as well, and I had like every single one of his fucking CDs that I just listened to on the CD player. And anyway, but yeah, man, those are like my early roots, my early musical history. And then Toby Keith also around that time. I found Toby Keith's Shocking Y'all album. And that's where I fell in love with country music, man. Was finding that album, because it was a fucking dope album. I mean, he had I Love This Bar, he had Weed with Willie, If I Was Jesus, fucking like, it was just a funny, like, fun album. And that kind of opened me up to the country side of things with music. And yeah, man, I got ties to the South, my family coming from Oklahoma, my dad's side of the family. So like fucking, I feel like, and just like Midwest too, like if you're into cornfields, man, you're getting muddy. I was rolling in pig shit, you know what I mean? So like if I want to talk about some country ass shit, then I feel like that's okay, you know what I mean? But I'm not fucking rocking like suspenders every day trying to act like I'm old Jamie Triller, fango, dango, bango,
Bango,
you know what I mean?
bango, bango.
You don't break out the bibs on the weekend.
You know what I mean? I might occasionally, man, fucking bust them out and go do a little two-step, dude. But like, you know, that's I'm me at the end of the day. I'm not Jelly Roll. I'm not this guy who's, I'm not pretending like I'm baling hay every day and shit like that. But
I'm gonna keep it a buck. In middle school, I did the bibs with the one undone, you know what I mean? Like
always,
kid
you got
play,
to.
you know what I mean? I did that shit, you know what I mean? Sometimes even just had a belt on and left the whole motherfucker undone. Just, you know what I mean? Full kid play shit, crisscross.
Got the one down, got the big old boots, the fucking lugs or whatever they
full
are.
New York style, full New York with it.
Fuck yeah. Nah, man, the most important thing with this music shit, if you're young and you're tuning in, man, just be you. The best thing you could do is just be original to yourself, true to yourself. Don't jump on any trends, man. Just find you as an individual and love on you and be you, man. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, if I want to look like a juggalo, I can look like a juggalo. If I want to look like a well-presented, like, gentleman like Joey Cool, if I want to wear my strange gear, it doesn't matter, man. Like, I'm not trying to please anybody. I'm just doing what I'm doing. And I have all these different elements that made me who I am. And I might express that one day and I might not express it the other day. You know what I mean? It's just, but you know what I mean? I like what you said, Ray, about, you asked me about that. Like, how do you feel with the genre, like hopping and stuff like that? And I think it's just take it as you take it as you want to take it, man. You can see, like, am I going to respect this individual, like, based on their intention, or am I going to evaluate and judge them based on what they're doing? You know what I mean?
Well, I think it goes back to what we said earlier, or what I kind of tapped in on is, I mean, if you do it with pure intentions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just experimenting. You're like,
Right.
hey, you know what? I want to team up with whoever, and they got a dope vibe, and you know what? I want to rock with them on a track. You know what I mean? Whatever. There's a lot of dudes. Morgan Wallen seems to be getting a lot of hip hop features. He's teaming up with a lot of people, and doing a lot of stuff. And so, you know what I mean? If them artists want to mess with him and dabble in the country world, I don't see it as a bad thing. But I think if you're going that direction because you're trying to get the bag, that's a little funky. You know what I mean? That's a negative approach to art, and I think you get penalized for that.
Yeah, and that's coming from, like, a veteran who's been around, fucking respects, like, sees the music for the music. You know what I mean? Loves the music for the music. There's guys out here that, like, I wrote a song called Love for the Music. It's either you're in it for the love of the music or you're just trying to fucking make a career out of it. And you can see the difference, like, between people who have that mind frame and that aspect, you know what I mean? But to each their own, man, and I'm fucking, I think that, I don't know, man. I think that, like, shout out to Bubba Sparks. That's what I wanted to say.
Hey, shout out to the homie Bubba. I've had him on here a couple times. He's a real one.
That's what I wanted to say, man. I wanted to say, let's, like, because I don't think Bubba gets brought up enough when we talk about.
He pioneered that shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, fucking shout out to Bubba Sparks for really laying, like, a solid foundation on fucking that country shit, bro. For real. I mean, dude's a hit maker and true to himself and stuff like that. So I mean, I think he played a very important role in both lanes, just straight hip hop and also the country hip hop aspect too.
I'm gonna ask you this. This is two parts.
Okay.
What's one thing that you're really good at that people would never expect, and then outside of creating music, what do you do for free time? How do you like to pass time? You know what I'm saying?
Cameo.
Yeah, shout out Dopey the Dope Smoking Clown. I'm sorry, Ray. He's just getting up. You said this is a two-parter. You said the first part was
what talent do you have that people wouldn't expect? Okay, and then outside of creating music, what do you do to pass time or enjoy yourself for free time?
Okay. Something that I'm good at that people don't really know or wouldn't expect from me.
Yep.
Do you juggle in your free time?
I can. I can. It's funny. I was just a couple days ago.
Had some chainsaws in the front yard. I was juggling.
Oh man. Juggling.
When you're part of the Dark Carnival, you got to know how to juggle.
You do. It's really just it's obvious. It's obvious. But nah, man, I do juggle. I found my homie. Shout out to my homie hubby, man. He passed away a few years ago, but I have his balls, his juggling balls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have it.
Pause.
I have his juggling balls.
Oh, we're getting head for this one, fellas.
Yeah. But nah, man, he was like, I think he was like a clown for real, like a registered, like fucking, or he went to like college for that shit, and he could juggle real good. He could juggle. He had these little like almost hacky sacks, but he could also do like bowling pins and fucking like super dope. But nah, man, I like on my free time. Oh, what I'm good at, man. I'm good at like pretty much everything. But I'm
but I'm not. You get away with that.
But no. This is real shit. I'm pretty good at everything, man, but I'm not great. I'm not great at all of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm the master of all trades, but
He said I build airplanes.
no, I'm the jack of all trades, but the master of none. That's what I meant to say. But nah, man. Nah, dude. I love to, I love to skateboard. I don't do enough of that. I love walks, man. I love being outdoors. I love walks, man. That's something that putting music on and walking, like some of my some of my songs that I wrote have been just taking walks, listening to instrumentals,
That's what it's about.
Man, dude, I love nature. I love being outside. I love I live on the 6th floor, man. I got a great view of the outside. Like last night, the moon was shining right in while I had this scary movie or whatever episode playing, and I was like, "This is dope." But I also you said on my free time. You said, "What are you good at?" And then, "What do you like to do on your free time?"
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I like walking. I like being outside, listening to music and walking. Fucking.
That's good for you though. That's, you know what I mean. Get out, soaking it up. You know what I mean. If you're talking to Rick Rubin, he'd tell you do it barefoot, bro. He said you got to be one with nature.
You got to be grounded. You have to ground yourself. And I've been wanting to try that grounding, man, because the shit that we got going on, man. A lot of people don't see it, but it's we're a lot deeper and connected to energy and things that most people just won't even accept or realize or be able to see in their lifetime, man. There's it's just crazy to me because I'm not political, I'm not religious or any of that shit, dude. And I see people how they're fighting over certain things, and I'm like, man, if you only knew the truth about this situation that you're arguing about, you wouldn't even be fucking arguing with each other. You know what I mean? Like,
real
fucking,
talk.
it sucks. But
all right, we're winding down to like the last. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna hit you with some rapid fire fun ones. Go ahead.
I like being outdoors, man. I love the outdoors. Hiking, camping, whatever it is outdoors, I'm with it. I love the sun, dude. So that's all my free time. I'm a very outdoorsy person. Actually, at 1:00, I'm gonna go join AJ the Dread and a bunch of guys and gals are doing a autism awareness kickball event from 1 to 6. So
respect.
Yeah,
my
shout out my doggy.
My daughter's real involved with autism awareness and best buddies and stuff like that.
Absolutely, man. If I can't play kickball, cool. I'm just gonna go show love and support, man.
Amen. Okay, so we got a couple minutes left. I'm just gonna close this out with this rapid fire, quick answers.
Yes.
Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
We're going East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast, baby.
Yeah, palm trees in the ocean.
That's right.
Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
Ray, help me out here. Throw me a couple in here.
I thought you had them pre-programmed.
Oh nope, I'm coming off the cuff.
Jennifer Lopez, Selma Hayek.
There we go.
Selma Hayek.
Okay. Ooh, I'm a J-Lo guy.
Dang.
You know what? Can I have them both? Can I have them both behind door 3, Alex?
Hell no.
Just one night.
Man,
we are getting banned.
Give me an hour.
Nah, this was a fun one.
I appreciate you guys.
Cadillacs or Impalas?
Oh, Cadillac.
Hello.
I
had a 1990 Cadillac Brom, bro. That shit was so clean.
Yes, I imagine it was.
Yes, so clean, bro.
All right. Let's see you at the car show. J Bob jump in here. He said pineapple on pizza. Go.
Ray,
what are your thoughts about pineapple on pizza?
I'll eat it.
I'm not gonna buy it, but if somebody bring it to the party, and it's in the air, shit.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes it's got to be dealt with.
I think it's appropriate. Sure. I think it's appropriate with a sweet Canadian bacon. I mean,
a little spice, spice.
Oh yeah, maybe some some pepper
capicola or something with some heat on it. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Ray, East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast.
Oh, that caught me off guard. What
about up north, down south, bro?
Yeah.
South.
Yeah.
Right.
That dirty south, bro.
Kansas City. Oh, J Bob said, shout out to the Impala. He said the cherry red is on fire.
Fuck yeah, bro.
He was talking about my complexion. I was like, that's a great.
Nah, bro.
It's hot here, bro. It's hot.
That whip is clean as fuck, though. I seen your whip, dude. That shit is sick, bro.
I appreciate it. I'm just gonna keep bringing it out to every show. I'm gonna have motherfuckers posing in front of it. We're gonna take a picture.
Yeah,
we're gonna have
man.
a whole photo album by the time we're done. He said,
That's dope.
J Bob said, Bigg Ray East Coast now.
Yeah, let them know, man. Let them know.
All right, man. I know we got a hard out in just a quick minute. Close us out. Where can they find the music at, bro? Where can they find you on social media?
Bro, I'm on everything for the most part at Jamie Triller, or the Instagram is the real Jamie Triller. Music can be found on any distributing platform, streaming platform for that matter, as Jamie Triller. That's Jamie Triller, not Thriller, Triller. There's no H in it. Some people will get that confused no matter how I spell it out, but it's fine. I love you regardless. When you see me at DFW airport and you're like, oh, Thriller, because true story. I just go with it too. I don't judge you or interrupt you until I'm like, all right, it's Triller, by the way, and I'm leaving,
Hell no.
But yeah, man. Jamie Triller, bro, on all platforms. Check out my album at trillergear.com. I love Ray West. I love you, Steve. I appreciate EmceeTV, man. Shout out to Des Moines, Iowa, the land, the home, the middle. We're out here in Omaha, Nebraska, 402, man. I love you guys so much, and thanks for having me on again, bro.
Oh, man, I appreciate you coming through and definitely jumping on here with us. This was a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah, dude, this woke me up. I don't even need coffee, bro.
Oh, shit, I did both.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
All right. Until next time, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve for EmceeTV.
It's your boy, Bigg Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast, and they know.
And today's extra special guest was the one, the only
Jamie Triller. Whoop, whoop.
And we out, y'all. Peace.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jumps. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé. Don't play with us, them moves ain't got you safe enough. Yellow fuck them like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that strip and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.